Hello, hello. Hi. Hi, everyone. Hello. Oh, dang, I lost my filter. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Hey, guys, I'm so excited. Hi, Carla. You guys, Carla's taking the course right now. She is, got started right away, which is so exciting. I'm just going to wait a couple more, just 2 minutes. How are you guys? Tell me how you are. It's sunny here finally where I am in Virginia. We had like 2 weeks of rain, it feels like. And the sun finally came out yesterday, so that feels really great. Hello, hello. So if you don't know, if you didn't see my story today, I'm going to be answering questions about Instagram marketing. And if you also don't know, I'm currently selling tired. Hi, Danny. House hunting today. Yes, good. It's such a good day. So currently I am selling my intentional Instagram marketing course, which has 4 modules to get you guys all set up for Instagram marketing. Raining all day. Sun is out now. Yes. I know. There's something about when the sun comes out that just makes you feel energetic, right? But yeah, so let's get started. You guys can, I think you guys can so there's a question. Am I pointing it to it? Hopefully on your screens. There's a little question box there that you guys can hit and you can send me questions. But some people sent me some questions ahead of time, so I'm going to start out with those. So the first question, and probably one of the most asked questions about Instagram marketing in general, is how do I attract more followers to my page? And I go into so much detail about how I build and nurture my community here on Instagram in my course. But I do want to tell you that the way that you get more followers is by serving your current followers. So how are you showing up right now to serve your current followers? Are you giving them value? Are you asking them to, participate by letting them tell you what content they want? Are you delivering that content? How are you building trust and likability within your current audience? You definitely need to focus on serving your current audience before you even worry about getting new followers. So I definitely want you, there are a few things that you can do right now really quickly to serve your current audience. So one of them is reply to every single comment you get on your Instagram post. There's a few reasons why you need to do this. The first is this will boost you in the Instagram algorithm because it shows that you are engaging with your audience in real time and that you aren't like a spam bot. The second thing here is that if people are engaging with your content, you want to make sure that you engage back with them. It's totally a two-way street. And the more that you engage back with your current community, not only are you going to make that person come back again, but you're going to show potential followers or customers that you participate actively within your community. So that way they're going to be more likely to follow someone who actually participates within their audience. Does that make sense? The next question I have here, how do I know what content I should be posting to make money? And obviously for all of us, making money selling our products or our services is really important. So in my Instagram course, I go through 6 types of captions that connect with and convert your audience into paying customers. And I also go over in my course how I balance my content, how I balance the free value content versus the selling content. But the most important thing I want to tell you for, Instagram marketing to make money is that you need to serve your audience 3 times before you make a hard sell. So that would be like, talking about a blog post. If you're a wedding photographer, you can post a blog post like my 5 favorite places to shoot engagement sessions in Washington, D.C. The top 8 things that you should do after you get engaged. You want to serve free content 3 times before you generally ask for a sale. And that is taken from Gary Vee, if anyone follows him, his jab, 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 right hook strategy. So that's what I use as well, and that's what I teach more in depth in the course. How can I build my business while working 9 to 5? I loved this question because that's exactly what I did. I built my business for 6 months before I left my 9 to 5. And so I think with this, you need to be really strict with how you're using your time outside of your 9 to 5. And the course that I'm selling is honestly so perfect for people who are really limited on time. First of all, the course in itself takes takes less than an hour to work through. And then in there, I teach you my 3-step process on how I plan an entire month of Instagram content in 4 hours or less. So you definitely, if you are trying to build your business while you're at your 9 to 5, you need to, this is what I did. I woke up really early in the morning. I worked for about 2 to 3 hours before I went into my office job. And then as soon as I got home from my office job, I was working from like 7 p.m. to 10 or 11 p.m. on my business every night, and then every single weekend. Unfortunately, that's just what most of us have to do in order to build our business up to a point where we can actually leave our security blanket of a 9 to 5. And so I think what I would do is just prioritize where you're putting those hours in. Danny says 4 hours a month. Yes, I plan. Most people, in my experience, spend like 30 to 40 minutes a day, looking through their phone for a photo to post. Then they look at the photo for a while, think of what to say. Then they kind of fumble around with hashtags and then they post. And that 30 to 40 minutes adds up to 4 to 6 hours a week, right? So I actually plan my Instagram content in 4 hours or less for the entire month. So every other week I put a 2-hour block on my calendar where I plan Instagram content. And so, yeah, Danny has said 2 hours. Yep, I was doing that too. And I was just like, there has to be a better way to do this. And I also think when you plan in bulk or when you plan Instagram content in batches, you actually get on a roll, and it becomes really, really easy to just keep going with great content ideas. So I find it so much more efficient, and it just takes way less time. So I teach my 3-step process for doing that in my course. On that note, so this was an interesting one. Someone asked, what is the right amount to be posting per week? And honestly, it really depends. It's totally up to you. For me, I find enjoyment in posting 5 to 7 times a week, and I post stories pretty much every single day. But I really find a lot of joy in that. I like it. It's really fun for me. I love using this app. Do I think that that is a system that everyone needs to put in place? No, especially if you've got a phone call. There we go. Filtered. Okay. Mamas need to be filtered. But okay, right amount of posting per week. So I think for me, I love posting a lot, but that's me. I think if you find a good rhythm in 2 to 3 times a week, that's totally perfect and fine too. And if you only want to show up in stories 2 to 3 times a week, that's great. The important thing is that you're consistent in that. And so that's where pre-planning your content is going to help you stay consistent in not only your content, but also consistent in the marketing messages that you want to communicate to your ideal client. If you're just kind of sporadically doing things, it's not going to be a consistent and clear message to your ideal client. You're kind of just going to be taking stabs and shots in the dark. Okay, let me see. I have one question here. How does this work? Okay, tips for hashtags. Yup. Tips for hashtags. So actually, one of the things that I'm doing with this course is anyone who enrolls before Sunday. So the course is going away at this super, super low price on Sunday night. So if you join the course or if you enroll in the course by Sunday night, I'm going to be offering a bunch of bonus live trainings in my Facebook group. One of them is going to be on hashtags. I'm going to give you guys some tips now, but one of them is going to be a deep dive into hashtags. One is on how I approach Instagram ads. I'm doing one on how I repurpose other content for Instagram. So I think there's a lot of pressure on people to come up with brand new, like groundbreaking content for Instagram every single month, and you don't need to do that. So I'm going to show you how I repurpose content. And then the last one I'm going to do is behind the scenes in my Google Drive. So I'm going to take you guys behind the scenes on my Google Drive, how I organize all of my marketing plans, marketing materials, how I actually plan out my Instagram content. In the course, there's this really beautiful, wonderful worksheet that I made for you guys on how to plan your monthly marketing objectives and everything. But honestly, I just use a straight up Google Doc. So I'm going to take you guys in there and show you everything that I do. Tips for hashtags. So what I've been doing with hashtags, I think my number one tip here is a not to do, and that is do not post the same group of hashtags on every single photo. I see a lot of people doing that. I know it's the easiest, but it's also a waste of time, because not only are you hitting up the same potential the same potential people to pull in for sales or new followers, you're also likely getting tagged as spam by Instagram. So I actually find it quicker to look at my post and just kind of type in, I've been doing 5 to 12, 15-ish hashtags, just in the post. So I'm just kind of searching them and doing things that are, I think the most important thing with hashtags is that they are super relevant to the photo. And it's not you're not posting a photo of, wedding florals, but you've thrown in something about boho wedding dresses. Does that make sense? So I think you want to make sure that the hashtags you're using are super relevant, and you don't want random ones in there, because if someone's in the hashtag for boho wedding dresses and your florals pop up, that's not really what they were looking for. So you want to be more targeted in how you use your hashtags. See. Is this course a good tool for helping with Instagram bookings? I'm also the worst at that. Yes. I have booked clients through Instagram since day one. I think it was 3 days ago I shared with you guys my first ever paid job inquiry form. The couple found me on Instagram. I think the number one thing wedding photographers need to do for Instagram to book more clients is to make sure your venues are geotagged in the location, and then also tagged in the photo if they have an Instagram, because that's how brides are looking for, they're looking for inspiration, and the first place that they're going to go is their actual venue that they've booked. So they're going to kind of scroll. That's my most common referral I get from Instagram. I have a spot in the contact form where it says how did you find me? And it's I was looking through my venue's Instagram posts, and that's how they found me. I get that so much all the time. So definitely make sure you're doing that. And then also, for venues, some of them also have hashtags. So you should definitely use those. Hashtag the venue, tag the venue, and then geotag the venue for wedding photographers. I also think, it would be beneficial too if you're a product-based company to tag wherever your local region is, or whatever target market that you want to sell to. So, okay, let me see. I got this one in too. Let me see if I can. Okay, cool. Should I have an account for my business and a separate one for my personal? I'm just going to give up on the filter, you guys. So there are a lot of opinions on this. I don't think that there is a right or wrong answer here. I think it really is think about what you're feeling in your gut. But my personal experience with this has been, I've always preferred having one account where I post personal stuff, business stuff, everything. I have pivoted a lot in the past 10 years since I've had Instagram. So, my personal brand is always my number one priority. So I want to make sure that I am telling personal stories, posting photos of me, about me. And then I also mix business in there. I personally think that potential clients, especially like people who are more logical buyers, need to connect with you on a personal level before they consider purchasing from you, especially wedding photography. Wedding photography is a humongous luxury item. Wedding photography, I mean, most of us are charging thousands of dollars for wedding photography. So I think that people are more likely to reach out to you if they feel like they have a personal connection with you. And the way that they're going to get a personal connection with you is by you sharing like your hobbies, what you love, personal stories. So for me, that's always been really beneficial for my business. I've always been excited and wanted to connect in that way with potential clients. I do think that there is also businesses who don't do that and they have separate accounts and they do that super successfully. So I think just thinking about what makes you feel comfortable and what your gut is telling you. But for me personally, keeping it all in one account has been a huge benefit for me. And then also because I'm obsessed with being really efficient and managing my time, like the time that it would take me to do two different, like I just don't want to deal with that. And so I think that like it's totally a personal preference, but that's what I've loved and that is what has grown my business. So let me see if that's all the question. Oh, here's another one. Advice on promoting your business without being too salesy, but still coming off authentic. So I have two answers for this one. The first one is, so in the course that I'm selling, I have module tool, which has now been nicknamed the Beast, module 2. Did I say module tool? Module 2, which goes in like really deep in detail how I think about captions. I have six types of captions that connect with and convert my audience into paying clients. So, and all of those are based on connecting with people and not selling people, if that makes sense. I also think that learning to sell, especially like learning to sell your business, is a muscle that just has to be used over and over again. I remember my first ever phone call with a wedding client trying to sell my services. Like if I think about how I felt then and how I feel now selling my wedding photography services, it's such a huge difference. So I think the more confident you get in selling your products or services, the easier it's going to come when you're looking to sell through Instagram captions. So I kind of, the other thing is if you feel more comfortable selling on the phone, you can record yourself selling on the phone. Get that recording transcribed by, I use rev.com. Amazing. So fast, so cheap. Get that transcribed, and then you can use that as Instagram captions. You can just use how you naturally speak if that comes easier to you. But I also think like authentically selling comes with being really, really confident in what you're selling. For me, like I am so passionate about what I sell that I feel like if I don't sell it, it's going to be a disservice to people. Like I'm actually doing people, like I'm doing people wrong if I'm not selling the products because I believe in them so much. So I think about that. Think about how you like selling. If you like writing versus talking on the phone, however it comes most naturally to you, and then you can incorporate that into your captions. Cool. Let me check to see if there's any more questions coming through. Do you post with the Instagram Insights tab in mind or have your own system? Do you mean, do I follow like the best times to post in the Insights tab? I honestly, so the way that I don't follow like I post at 3 p.m. every day. Especially like I know the person that asked this question is a mom too, especially for moms. Like, I post when I know. Usually I post when my daughter Margot goes down for a nap, because then I know that I can be on there to like reply to comments or reply to DMs. So I think it's probably better for you to post when you know you're going to have the time to reply to comments or answer DMs versus like that tab. The other thing is like what I worry about that tab, and honestly, I need to research this more because it's just not how I've been running the ship, but I wonder if, even though like it says like most of your audience is on at 3 p.m., if you post at 3 p.m., because of the algorithm, it might not get to them until a certain time. So I don't really know if I would go by that. I think it would be more beneficial if you posted at a time that you knew you were going to be available to reply to comments as they come in and respond to DMs. Okay. Let me see if there were any more questions that came through. Okay. So, I know I went over the bonus modules or the bonus trainings that are coming with this course, but so my course is on sale right now for a one-time payment of $87. I really wanted to make this course. I believe in this course so much. I feel like it is going to be, I really wanted to make this course so that people could feel empowered and confident in their Instagram marketing. And so I really wanted to make this course accessible to like especially small business owners during this time. So the course is, I have two payment plans. There's a one-time payment of $87 and then two payments of $50 each. And with that, the course is for sale until Sunday. So if you sign up before then and you enroll in the course, you will get invited into that Facebook group where we'll do those 4 live trainings I talked about, the deep dive into hashtags and hashtag strategy, how I approach Instagram ads, how I repurpose other content for Instagram, and the behind the scenes of how I organize and plan all of my marketing content. So that'll actually be more than Instagram. I'm going to show you how I plan from like a top level down into blog posts, into Instagram, into emails, into Facebook. So I have a whole drip system. So that is going to get shared in the Facebook Live as well. Yeah, cool. This was so fun. Thank you all for hopping on with me and asking all the great questions. I am going to hopefully save this and upload it as an IGTV so that you guys can replay this if you want, especially if you missed it. But yeah, definitely go check out the link in my bio for the Intentional Instagram Marketing course, and I will see you guys out on my favorite app ever. Thank you.